Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my wrap up for the month of May, and I had a very good reading month in May. I managed to read 7 books, which I'm very happy about. One that I just finished last night. I, was just sitting chilling yesterday. I mean, it was my day off yesterday and I have the day off today too. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna spend the day chilling and reading. And I did, and I finished Heaven's Official Blessing Volume 2 by Mo Shang Tong Shu. And this is obviously the second volume in the Heaven's Official Blessing story. Obviously it's all one book, but obviously it's been split into volumes. This is volume 2. So this is following a crown prince called Shilan, and he has ascended into godhood, but he always somehow manages to make a blunder out of himself. So he has been cast down and ascended at least 3 times now at this point, and everybody in heaven is pretty much embarrassed by him and for him at this point. Everybody always just wonders, like, why do you even continue? Like, why do you even bother now at this point? But he keeps on going. He keeps on going, and I love that for him. I will say I gave this 4 stars, kind of like on the low end of 4 stars if I'm being honest. The writing is very dense, and there is a lot of info dumping involved in this, and I'll be honest, I kind of skimmed through most of that because I was just like, I really don't care. Like, all I'm here for is this character and his journey and his development, and a lot of times the author would just go off on tangents and we'd be here and then we'd be somewhere else, and it was a little bit all over the place for me personally. Although we got to a certain point in this story where we started going off on another arc, so it's split into like different parts. So the latter half is like a second arc within the story. And I will say the latter half of this book really jumped it up a notch for me because I really enjoyed it, as it was more background onto our main character, which is what I've been wanting. And yeah, very dense, very info dumpy, bit all over the place, but I am intrigued to see how this is going to go. I'm really hoping that the 3rd volume continues on where this one left off, because those last 3-4 chapters was what knocked it up for me personally. I believe there is going to be a live action adaptation of this story, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that it's not going to be as confusing for me as it was trying to read the source material. But I'm really glad that I did read the source material, because there was a lot of parts of the story that I did enjoy. However, I could have done with like the really dense writing and the info dumping, because there's only so much my brain can process, you know? So that's the first book that I read. I'll just leave that there beside you. Hope it doesn't knock you over. The next 3 books that I read were all by the same author, and they were a part of what was supposed to be a vlog, but obviously the vlog didn't work out. But it was the Alice Oseman collection. I only read 3 of her novels. Obviously there are the 2 novellas and obviously Heartstopper, and I know Loveless as well, but I've already read Loveless and I didn't want to reread it. So I really just focused on these, and the whole idea was to pick a favorite author and to read more books within their backlist, because I've read Alice Oseman's works in the past, obviously Hearts being that Heartstopper and Loveless, so I really wanted to read these. And I have a full video on my channel explaining my thoughts while I was reading each of these, and which one of them was my favorite, what I rated them. So I'm not going to go into too much of that in this video. I just wanted to mention them, that I've read them. And yeah, I will leave that video linked down below if you want to know my more in-depth thoughts on these books and what I rated them and so far and such, which I do have the next author in mind that I want to do for this little series that I'm doing. So yeah, hopefully that one will work out a little bit better than this first attempt, but you know, whatever. So the next book that I read was a book that came out in the month of May, And as soon as I had this in my hand, I immediately had to drop everything I was doing and read it right away. And that was Gay Club by Simon James Green. I have a full review for this on my channel, which I will leave linked down below also if you want to see and hear my more in-depth thoughts on this book and how much I loved it. And look at this cover. Let's just look at this cover one more time. Look how shiny. This is the Gay is the Word edition that I ordered from. I love supporting them. I really do. They're great. And it is signed by Mr. Green. So yes, I love this. 5 stars. It was amazing. Obviously more in-depth thoughts in my review, so link is down there if you want to watch my review on that book and what I thought of it and all that. So the next book that I want to talk about is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. I had this for my April TBR, but I carried it over into May because I wasn't able to get to it. It was on my TBR for the second round of the Magical Hopathon, but obviously I didn't get to it, which is a bit sad, but it's fine because I had read it before, ironically for the Magical Hopathon as well. But I think I suffer from like readathon burnout or something. I hardly remembered what happened. I think I just like sped my way through it just like way too quickly. And I felt really bad because I really wanted to appreciate this for the amazing work that it is. So I reread it, I got the audiobook, and I loved it. I love this book so much. It's about this girl called Amari, and her brother has been missing for a matter of months, about 6 months, I believe. And she believes that the organization that he worked for has something to do with it. And then said organization gets in touch with her and is like, your brother put forward your name for you to take part in our summer program. So do you want to come and join us? And she's all like, yeah, I do. So she gets in there, and throughout her being in there, she finds out more clues about her brother and obviously more about herself. And obviously the said organization, which is called the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. And there's a whole bunch of secrets happening in there. I mean, the Department of Mysteries wishes, you know what I mean? No, you're gonna knock over my camera. No. Oh, okay. No, I'll not leave Amari there. Amari will just go behind you because she nearly knocked you over. Are you okay? Okay, so the very last book that I will talk about in this wrap-up is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This was the Introverted Reader Book Club pick for the month of May. I absolutely loved it. It was a great read. I think I know that I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, but realistically, it's more like a 4.5. But anyway, I have more in-depth thoughts about this book in my review that I posted for it. So I will leave that link down below. Also, there's a lot of links down below for videos that you need to go and watch if you want to know my in-depth thoughts on this book. But all in all, it's dark academia, secret society, and yeah, very, very dark and very mysterious. I had a great time reading this. This is the Waterstones edition, which like black and then goes up into the yellow, like it's gorgeous. And there's artwork as well through this. I had no idea. Like I don't know why I didn't show any of you this, but it's like split into sections. So you get to the end of like a section within the story, and then there's like artwork as you go through, which I really appreciated. So anyway, I'm really glad that I have 2 copies of this now because I loved it. Anyway, yes, that is my wrap up done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what books you read in the month of May. Did you discover any new favorites? Yes, my Alice Oseman video, my Gay Club review, and my review for the Atlas 6 will be linked down below. Also down below will be my socials, Twitter and Instagram. They're always down there, along with my Amazon wish list. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a wee thumbs up because that really helps me out. You can leave a comment if you want. And in honor of Gay Club, and of Pride Month starting tomorrow, leave the rainbow emoji in the comments if you feel so inclined. So yes, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be coming on Saturday. My June TBR will be up on Saturday. And yeah, I love all you guys.